Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another review seshisode of Talk a Lot with Tokalot. I am your hostess with the mostest that always gets the stonedest, Terry Tokalot. And today, I have been fucking waiting to do this review. Now, this is going to be similar to how we did the affiliated genetics review. This is coming to us from Grow State of Mind. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then I feel really bad for you. So that's about all I got to say on there. If you've been listening to the podcast long enough, you know High State of Mind, Grow State of Mind, you know them. So I don't need to go into all of the in-depth, but just know that is my fucking guy. I love him. Love, 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 love. And he is probably one of the most talented growers that I know and that I have the pleasure of being able to try his flower. And this is why, I really wish that the licensing process in New York State that it was different. I really wish that it was different. I wish that more farmers would have more licenses because, don't get me wrong, I've said it a million times. There are some really, really great brands on the legal market. There's some really great brands on the legal market. I'm not trying to say that there aren't. However, the fact that as a smoker of over a decade, I go into a dispensary and there are about 3 to 4 brands that I will buy that I know I like and that I am okay with spending the money on. I'm not afraid to spend my money on, I'm not afraid to spend a good amount of money on weed, especially if it's good and it's fresh and it has the effects that I need it to. But when it's dry as fuck, literally has no color, no taste, no flavor, no nothing, why the fuck am I spending almost 50 an eighth? That's fucking dumb. So, because I've done a lot of legal reviews, we're going to do some farmer reviews, and I hope to do more of these in the future because, to be honest, as much as I love my legal peoples, I love you. However, Talk a Lot with Tokalot has always been at its core a community podcast and very much stick it to the man. So obviously, it's not like I'm you have to buy legal weed. No. Do what the fuck you want with your money. It's your money, it's your choice. I'm not going to fucking shove my beliefs down your throat. You can buy your cannabis wherever you want to buy your cannabis so long as it is safe. If you trust where it's coming from, that's all that fucking counts. That's all that fucking matters. So, know your supplier, know your grower, know your brands. Education in this community is a really big deal, and I don't think people make as big of a deal about it as they need to. Because when I'm helping people figure out what type of strains would work for them, they have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. Everybody only knows indica, sativa, hybrid. That's it. That's all everybody knows. And percentages. And I don't know how many times I have to fucking have the conversations with people to make them understand that it's not the percentage, it's not the indica, it's not the sativa, it's not the hybrid. That's not what's making you fucking get stoned. I don't know how many times I need to fucking explain it. But, alas, I am spiraling because I have a lot of feelings and it's early in the morning and I have not smoked yet. So, take a little sip of coffee. So we're going to do this similarly to how we did the affiliated genetics review. I have my bong here. I have it packed and ready to go. And I have another hit waiting for me as well. And then I also packed a cone too because I really wanted to be thorough. So we're going to do all the things. We're going to try it in the glass first. Then we're going to smoke the joint. And we're going to see how I feel. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Stop stimming, Terry. Okay. So, lighter flick. Whew, whew. Okay, there's still like one more hit in there. I'm gonna kill it before I give my first impressions. Whew, hello. Oh yeah, that's tasty. Okay, so first impressions. The color on this fucking flower is phenomenal. Obviously, you guys aren't seeing this because it's an audio review because, you know, YouTube likes to be mean to us cannabis content creators. But with that being said, the color on this is fucking phenomenal. Like, it was already good on just the nugs itself, but then when I broke it up, like, it literally is just like this beautiful orange purple. Like, it's just so fucking pretty. Can't get over it. The smell was a little understated, if I'm being honest. Like, and that's okay though, because it's not really. Don't get me wrong. Like, you can tell how good weed is going to be by the smell, but not all really good weed has a very prominent smell. Really what it comes down to is the THC, CBD, CBN, CBG, all within that plant itself, and then also the terpenes that are in that plant. And some terpenes are stinkier than others. With that being said, this is giving me like linalool. I think that's how you say it. Linalool. Linalool. It's in lavender. I know that much. So this is probably like a very relaxy, calmy. If I know grow state, like I know grow state, I would assume this is an indica. I did not do any research on this strain. I will tell you guys that. Normally I do some research, but I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna raw dog this. Lilo wants to be part of the review. So with this being said, I can already feel like I can feel the effects already just off of one hit. Not super crazy. Like I have that like, you know, post rip clarity. You know, people say you get post nut clarity. I get post rip clarity. I gotta smoke before I have clear thoughts, if you didn't know. So, first impression, really great taste, really great effects so far. The smoke was smooth, and the ash in the bowl itself is pretty solid. It's not like fucking black, but it's also not like fucking pure white like it looks fake. So, we're going to load up this bong again just to be thorough, do another rip, and then we're going to smoke the joint because I am nothing if not thorough about my craft, and especially about my cannabis. You guys are getting like an extra stimmy version of me today. I'm very sorry. I have a lot of stuff to do. So this is like the morning smoke sesh before my day goes to like fucking anarchy. Not really, but like it's just gonna be a crazy week. So load up the bong again. Itch my face a little bit. Let's go. I think my lighter's dying. Oh yeah. Okay. Peppery. Okay, so like the caraphyllene, the linalool. Yeah. Those two I definitely got heavy taste sub. Do you taste more of your terps in a joint, a blunt, or in glass? Tell me. Inquiring minds would like to know. Personally, it kind of depends. I think it also depends on the glass piece itself. I am using one of my Huddy pieces for today's review. I don't know who blew this piece, so don't fucking yell at me. I'm sorry, okay? It's from Mad Hatters. And it's got Cheshire Cat in the bottom, and it was my gift when I went and spoke on the first Women in Weed panel from someone that shall not be named. Yep. But this is still one of my favorite bongs, and I'm not going to not use it. I don't give a fuck. So, let's rip this bitch again. Okay. All right. First impressions on the bong. Well, second impressions on the bong because it's a second hit. Little wool, caraphiling. Also, too, I've noticed that certain strains will make me feel like hot, like anything like caraphiling related, which I don't know if it's something. I'm gonna have to do some research on that and see if there's like something related to like blood flow and such, because I have low iron and I'm always fucking cold, and I'm kind of curious if that like does something in the body. I feel like it would, because your endocannabinoid system is all over your body, so, and blood is everywhere in your body, so I would assume, but I'm not a fucking medical doctor. I don't know. Clearly this has got me firing on like all cylinders. So for effects, we're gonna give it like so far a 9 out of 10 because we haven't sparked the joint yet. And like a lot of times in the morning when I smoke, it's like I'm getting ready to go to work or getting ready to do things, and like it mellows me out and like brings the anxiety down, but it also makes me like, fuck, I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do shit. Excuse me, I just burped. It's also because I'm drinking my coffee. But with this strain, however, like it's like the positive effects of an indica, but without all of the sleepy effects of an indica, if you will. So I'm curious to look this up and see what the actual terpene content is on this strain, because I would assume it's like linalool, caraphiline, and probably like a couple of those other random ones that like nobody actually like really talks about. And I think we're going to actually start doing like a terp education series, if you will, because I don't think many people know as much as they should about the terpenes that are in their cannabis, and actually in a lot of the flowers that we all enjoy. And by that, I mean like cannabis flowers and like flowers too, like the ones you give to your mom for Mother's Day or your whatever. So, taste 10 out of 10, hands down. This is exactly in my profile of what I like. I like something peppery. I like something that's got like a little bit of a bite to it, something sweet, because it's got like that little bit of a sweet, but then the pepper's just like, yeah. I don't know why I made that sound effect, but that's the one I chose. My soundboard is broken. I tried to fix it. I tried to be all technological and like actually fix it, and that was not happening. Tried as I may, it just was not working. So I have to get a new one. That's okay though, because I did just get new microphones. How do they sound, by the way? Do I sound better? Do I sound crisper, clearer? Can you hear my enunciation? Can you hear my accents better? Leave comments. Let me know. Nobody ever comments on the podcast. Like, I mean, you guys like interact with me on Instagram and stuff like that, but nobody ever actually like comments on the pods. Is it because you guys don't know how? Is it because all of these streaming services make it really difficult to find somewhere to leave the comment? Because anytime I try to find a comment section, I can never find it. And it's not just my podcast, it's podcasts I listen to too. Because like I've gone to leave comments and interact, and like, where the fuck do I leave a comment? And then I just end up messaging said podcast on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. Oh, so obviously I'm feeling it. This has got the mental going. We're going fucking woo. Okay. Am I like having an ADHD day today? It's because I have so much stuff to do and my body's just like, let's fucking go. We're gonna light the joint now before I continue to fucking keep going here because it's not gonna get any better. I promise. I feel bad for my coworkers today. Alrighty. This is the joint of the Trichbeast, and this is in an element cone. I will say, already first pull, the taste is different in a joint, but it's minutely different, and it's not different in a bad way. It's different in like I can taste that like linalool, if I'm saying that properly. Guys, don't fucking roast me in the comments for how I say these terpenes. Y'all are no better than me. Y'all be saying shit weird. Or my personal favorite when somebody will be like, what's your favorite strand? The fuck you mean strand? What's a strand? You mean strain? Anyway. Totally different profile. This 1.25 joint. The resin ring is fucking thick. Goddamn. Ash is solid. I say this every single fucking time. I do not rate on ash. I do not expect you guys to rate on ash. However, if you do, that's you. Ash is pretty solid. Actually really fucking white. Goddamn. But not like overtly white to where I'm like, that looks fake. Am I smoking AI weed? Just kidding. AI can't do that. I really liked it in the glass, but I love it in the fucking joint. Holy shit. It's giving me that nice, like, nose tingle where, like, you like, feel it in your nose a little bit. You can, like, smell almost like leftovers, if you will. I do also inhale through my nose a lot. I don't know why. I think it's because when I first started smoking and I learned how to French inhale, I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm so cool. And I never stopped doing it. I also was once told that that was the way to like get you stoned the fastest because it goes to your brain. And I don't think that's true because I just don't think that's true. And also, again, from like the years of modeling and stuff and taking pictures while smoking weed, like I'm just kind of like conditioned to inhale through my nose. Like French inhales are always going to be a thing for me. I'm probably going to be like fucking 90 still doing French inhales. Look what I can do. Like, I'm just accepting that as my fate now. I'm going to be the stoned old lady in the nursing home because Marilyn's definitely putting my ass in the nursing home. She is not going to want to deal with me. I'm just going to be like stimming in the fucking corner. To the window! I'm like, Miss Page, can you stop, please? I'm like, what's funnier than 24? 25. Or like just shouting random fucking like TikToks and vines from back in the day, quoting YouTube videos. It's gonna be bad. I'm gonna be a terrible old person. I feel really bad for my kid. I'm just about done with this joint, guys. And in totality, it's taken me almost 20 minutes for 2 bongs and a little 1.25. I'm gonna smoke this bitch all the way down. Like I'm almost there, but I'm gonna smoke this bitch all the way down because it's actually really fucking good. Woo, woo. I'm gonna woo. I really wish that like I could get like a fly on the wall when you guys are listening to the episodes of the podcast, so I can know. Do you guys like stim with me? Like, is this? Are we doing this together? I know some of you do. I definitely know some of you do, because I know some of you know me in real life, and I know some of you do it with me in real life. So, ha, gotcha, bitch. Kidding. Love you. Okay. So, last poll. Alrighty. God damn. So, okay. I'm okay. Okay. All right. I'm okay. So, taste 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The joint did it for me. Like that was the one. Like as much as I love glass, I love glass obviously. I work at a fucking head shop and I work at one of New York's best head shops, and if I may say so myself. With that being said, the resin ring on that joint was fucking like intense. Like, and that shit was like running down. And I love that because that's how I know that shit was not only okay. In order to have that type of effect on your joints, like, you have to have trichome retention like fucking crazy. Like, that's wild. Like, in order to have that type of resin ring, your trichome retention has to be fucking nuts. You have to be like keeping almost like, I would say, probably upwards of 70% of your trichomes after you chop that plant down. So from chopping, curing, all the things, you have to be able to retain upwards of 70% of your trichomes to get to that point. And like that just fucking blew my mind. Like in the bong, it was great, but I think sometimes some of the tells of a really good flower are lost when you use glass, because you can't see like you can see a resin buildup in the piece itself. Like even looking in my bullhead now, like it's a 10 millimeter, and I cleaned, like this was a fresh piece. I'm super like just OCD about all of my pieces with the exception of my Puffco, because I don't clean her like I should, and I'm a very bad mom. But like this shit, like my bullhead is already caked up. Like, and not like to the point of where like I would have to clean it again before I use it again. But like it's already, and it's not like I'm using an ash catcher or anything like that. Like, but again, when I say like it's resiny, you can see it on the inside of the bullhead, you can see it on the joint. You can't really see it in the glass because that's just not really how that works, but that's good. Damn. Obviously now I'm a chatty Cathy, so this has made me feel much more sociable and like, okay, I can't even say that because like it's a little different when I'm like talking podcast stuff, because that's just different. It's my podcast. When I have to go like do things with people, that's totally different. Damn, the wind is winding outside today. If you're not local and you don't know, I'm based in Rochester, and for 316 day, we had like really fucking nice weather in the beginning of the day. Like it was almost 70 fucking degrees, and now there's literally like a couple of inches of snow on the ground, and it's frigid as fuck. I hate it here. Hate it here. But Rochester is where we call home. And it was also where this flower was grown. So fucking Rochester, New York, us as a whole, like don't tell me we don't have fire coming out, because we do. We fucking do. They just don't have licenses because they're too fucking expensive. Sorry. I didn't mean to get angry. I wasn't yelling at you. I was yelling at the government. They can probably hear me. I'm sure I have a fucking agent listening to my shit now after all of the questionable things I've fucking looked up. Oh yeah. There's definitely an agent listening to my shit waiting for me to fucking like say the wrong thing. And they're like, oh, kill it. Literally. JK. Kidding. Anyways, this has been a very all over the place episode, but I love it because this is like a true Seshisode because this is exactly what it's like about. This is about being authentic, having a moment, taking a moment out of your day to sit, smoke, recenter, realign, have a giggle or two, have a little chuckle, have a couple chucks, super chuckalicious. If you know that reference, then like I love you. If you don't, then it's okay. I still love you anyway. Um Taste 10 out of 10, effects 10 out of 10. Presentation, like obviously packaging isn't a thing, like I don't care about that. Like the flower itself looked absolutely amazing. So just like look, like grind, like how it looked when it was a full bud versus how it looked when it was ground. If I was just rating it off of the full bud, I would give it an 8 out of 10. If I was rating it on the like ground up bud, it looks even prettier, so I would give it a 9 out of 10. I think some of those colors are really hidden in the compact, cute little nuggies. I won't judge it on the size of the nugs because again, this was a sample, so like that's totally not even a point. Effects 9 out of 10. Literally I can feel myself like getting like I know I'm about to like finish this, schedule it to post, get ready for my day. I have a few different things to do, some that I can't talk about on here. So, and that's not because I'm keeping secrets, it's literally just because I actually can't talk about it. Like it's not because I'm keeping secrets, I just can't talk about it. And that's all you need to know. Like it's actually better if I don't talk about it. Okay, thanks. That's all you need to know. I'm not in trouble. I'm okay. Don't freak out. Don't do what everybody else is doing. I'm fine. Literally just going through some shit and got to tie up some loose ends, man. Life is lifing, and the world is fucking burning. So like, but at least I'm smoking really good weed. I'm smoking really good locally grown weed, and that's all that fucking matters. And like, overall rating on this, 10 out of 10. And I said it before to Grow State himself. If you think I'm biased in this because you know who this is, eat a dick, because this is not bias at all. This is not fucking bias one bit. This is actually just good weed. Like, and everybody's endocannabinoid system is different. So everybody is going to have different effects from different flowers. It does not matter. Granted, you will have some of the same base effects, but how those terpenes interact in your system are going to be completely different from how they interact in my system. We might have similarities, but it's not going to be 100% exactly the same. The fact that I said that all in one sentence with no break is impressive. God damn, I have fucking like, that's gotta settle lungs on this bitch. God damn. All right. Taste 9 out of 10. Overall look on regular flower, 9 out of 10. On ground flower, 10 out of 10. Effects, 9 out of 10. Overall score, honestly, 10 out of 10. Fuck that shit. I'm just giving it a full out 10 out of 10. I was gonna like, I had to like double back and think about everything that I use to like actually rate a flower. Whether it's a pre-roll, concentrate, edible, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what it really comes down to is my experience. And I honor the fact that my experience is different than everybody else's experience, which is why I try to give you guys the most information that I possibly can about my experience, so that you can then use that and compare it to your own experiences and be like, okay, I might like that or I might not like that. And that's really what this is all about. This is one of those strains that for me personally, it hits almost every note I need it to for a daytime strain. Now, I'll be honest, typically speaking, I don't go for strains that make me feel like, and that's only because I'm like that naturally, pretty much, for the most part. If you know me in person, you know that, like, if you actually know me, I will talk. I'm a yapper at heart. That's why I have a podcast, literally. Like, that's exactly why I have a podcast. I can't shut the fuck up. And I need somewhere else to talk to other than the people around me because I'm sure they get tired of me fucking yapping. So, I wouldn't always go for a strain like this. But, like, if I, hypothetically speaking, were like to be going to an event where I need to speak and I feel timid, this would definitely be a strain that I would want to smoke because it definitely makes me feel like, whoo, I've got my brain firing on all cylinders. I'm on go mode right now, motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna go get ready for my day and listen to some Cardi B because we're fucking less than 2 weeks away from Cardi B. Okay. I'm done freaking out about things. I've freaked out about the fucking state of the legal market. I've freaked out about how good this weed is. I've freaked out about going to go see Cardi B. This is a stimmy weed for me. This is going to make me like, I'm going to fucking, yeah. It's going to be a good day. This is how I should start my day every day. And this is how you should be starting your day every day because everybody deserves to smoke good weed. That's my personal belief. Okay, maybe not everybody. There are some people who deserve to smoke brickweed forever. That's just my personal opinion. Or no weed at all. I don't know what's worse, no weed or brickweed. Comment below. Tell me your thoughts. What would you say to those people who you feel like just shouldn't be able to enjoy the plant? Should they have to smoke brickweed forever? Or no weed? Which is worse? Brickweed, no weed? I'm curious. I need to know. Whew. Okay. I gotta end this review. That was fucking amazing. I don't even want to smoke the other joints that I rolled for myself that were like my later on joints because I have a lot of shit to do and I'm not going to be able to roll joints later on today. So I'm going to go get ready for my day and have another cup of coffee and enjoy this buzz that I've got because this is fucking awesome, man. Oh my God. 10 out of 10. If we're talking all the way, like just everything encompassed overall, it's great. I love it so much. This is so good, and it's self-explanatory as to why it has gone now. It's gone. It's just gone. That's all you need to know is it's gone. And I'm sad. It's gone and I'm sad. God damn it. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Thank you so much for tuning into today's special Seshisode. Happy St. Pat's if you celebrate. If not, have a great Tuesday. Token Tuesday with Terry. That's gonna be the new series. Token Tuesdays. All right, guys. I love you. Stay safe. Stay warm if you're in Rochester. This is fucking gross. Keep blazing. Stay amazing. I will see you guys in the next one. I don't know when that is, but I will see you in the next one. Okay, I love you. Bye.